compared to educational systems in many other countries in the world. I submit that educators aren't treated the way they are here in any other place in the world. Educators are valued. I have to ask the question, what's right about what's going on?
Nothing.
What's right about any initiative that puts families in turmoil, puts dedicated people in fear of losing their livelihoods, and now the ultimate obscenity, damaging a child's self-image and altering, perhaps permanently, a child's self-definition? They should be ashamed of themselves. The irony is that those engaged in what amounts to the programmatic destruction of public education, those who design the programs, write the curricula, produce the assessments, prepare the reports, write the blistering news articles and television scripts, bemoaning our constant failure. And let's not forget, most importantly, those who tally up all that money coming in would be doing none of it if it weren't for a teacher, and many teachers. Our parents don't have to wait to find out 6 months later how their kids did. If you want to know how your child is doing in school, ask your child's teacher. Ask your child's principal. I got to ask the teacher and the principal if they ask me. So, the Common Core initiative, its implementation and testing regimen is hurting our children. It must stop now. All right.
Yes.
It must be examined by educational professionals, not business people. I know it's a novel concept, but we're breaking new ground here today. We need practitioners, teachers, administrators, academics, people who attended public school for 12 years and also had family members who attended, probably don't qualify. Let's look at it another way. I had a knee operation in 1971. And I also have seen a number of doctors over the years, and so have members of my family. So by virtue of that, when I leave here today, I should be able to waltz myself into the operating room at Mather Hospital and do some orthopedic surgery. Makes sense? After they took me out of the straitjacket, I wouldn't be allowed back on the property. That's not happening to any of these guys. Night is day, day is night, and things are getting curiouser and curiouser. The Jabberwocky is not. I also like the Lorax, by the way. So that's the first thing. If it can be fixed, first you got to stop it now. Put the brakes on. Time out. Then, if it can be fixed, and I have serious doubts whether that's possible, but if it can be fixed, then fix it. If it can't, then throw it out. Scrap it. Say it now. Ready? Stop it, fix it, or scrap it. Again, stop it, fix it, or roll of threes. One more time. Stop it, fix it, or scrap it. All right. How are we going to get this done? Well, we have to face some truths. Truth number one. No one is going to rescue us. If we maintain, and I've been guilty of this, if we maintain the belief that the problems we have been experiencing over the last 3 years or so are coming from out there, from them doing something to us, then we are helpless to effect change. Only they can stop the pain then. They are not going to do that. Once, however, we recognize that we are also connected to our own problems in terms of a unified voice and not being effective at that, then we have some control over our destiny. Then we can affect change. The tone, in terms of our rhetoric, we need to tone it down a little bit. On one level, it's very satisfying. I'm Italian. I love to yell about things and throw things. It raises the blood pressure, but it has not raised serious interest or hasn't generated the response we've wanted, has it? Also keep in mind, and this is really important, they know who we are. They know us. Whatever incomprehensible initiative has been thrust upon our teachers and administrators, their response has always been the same. How are we going to get this to work for the kids? We don't want the kids to feel this. Parents do exactly the same thing. Property tax caps, cutting programs, larger class sizes, reorganizing schools, less activities, paying more, getting less. How are we going to make this work for the children? They know that. They depend on that. That's what teachers do. That's what parents do. We turn ourselves inside out to ensure that our children won't get hurt. Indeed, our children have been the light shining through the darkness of these past years. Walk into any school building. Be around those kids. You don't think about any of these things because you're blinded by the light of the children. And it's not as if we won't continue to behave in exactly the same way, but we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to. Second truth is numbers matter. Numbers matter. One of the first questions I was asked in a phone call last week was, how many emails did you get, Joe? Ding! That stuck in my head. 20,000 wasn't the right number. Social media will be the vehicle for getting our message out, for communicating with each other, and for communicating with the governor, the regents, the commissioner, and our legislators. And then, at least weekly, email, tweet, call. We need to get their attention. It can't just come from here. But remember, there is no more here. Here is anywhere all of us gather together out there. That's where we got to gather. That's the new here. Anywhere we gather together out there. And all of this can be done, ladies and gentlemen, from the comfort of your home. In minutes. We will create moments when we can gather every group speaking in one mighty, unified voice. Think about it. Hundreds of thousands of voices whispering is a mighty roar. Think about it. We will be heard. We will not stop until we are. The Common Core standards have been characterized by some as a grassroots movement. You're not allowed to have a national curriculum. I think it bothers the clause in the Constitution that say education is the right of the states. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding that, $4 billion was dangled in front of the states. And if you wanted, race to the top, and if you wanted to get a piece of that, you had to adopt the Common Core curriculum.
Yeah.
So it's a grassroots movement. I want to say something. If this thing goes right in the next weeks and months, they are going to be schooled in what a grassroots movement looks like. This will never happen acting separately, as good as those efforts are separately. No matter how good individual efforts are, we must be united. So let today, August the 17th, 2013, be the day that we found our collective voice. Only together do we have a shot at getting this done. All of us came to here today in separate groups. We came with our districts, families, communities. We're wearing our school colors, union logos, slogans. Everybody, all at once, shout out the name of your district. I didn't understand anything you said. All right, everybody, all at once, shout out the name of your community.
Port Village!
This must have been what the Tower of Babel was like. So, we came separately, but we must leave united with a laser-like focus, one issue, one voice. Now let's try it with Stop It, Fix It, and Scrap It. Ready?
Stop it! Fix it! Scrap it!
Clear as a bell. That was the before. This is the after. Stop it, fix it, or scrap it. Now, every movement needs a unifying symbol. I'm suggesting that the green laces are that. Well, come to think of it, I'm not suggesting it at all. You are. Those green laces will serve as a constant reminder that children are being hurt by what's been happening and what we need to do about it. They were created by two brilliant, passionate, dedicated teachers. I know, don't be redundant, Joe. They most certainly cannot be ignored. They will serve as a constant reminder and also guard against post-event drop-off. You know, I need reminders. I don't know about you. I need them. Like our students, most of us are good learners, but not so good rememberers. Right? This will help me to remember. Every time I look down to tie my shoe, I have to remember, this is what's happening to kids now. What do I got to do about it now? All right. So, I intend to wear these every day. Joe, that's my secretary. Until this is done. Every day. Now, I know somebody's going to have somewhere, well, Dr. Rella said, if you're not wearing them, then you don't support this. Don't go there. I'm not wearing a pink ribbon, but I certainly support breast cancer awareness. I'm not wearing a mosaic ribbon, but I certainly support autism awareness. Maybe they don't need remembering. That's why they're not wearing them. I need remembering. It also will give us heart when we're walking down someplace feeling grumpy and you see somebody else with green laces on. Oh, you're one of us. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now let me restate what we believe and how we're going to act. Now, I know how all of you feel about superintendents and others telling you what to do and shoving it down your throats. And I myself, in my own district, may have been guilty of this once or twice. I don't really recall any times, but it could have happened. So I would like to put this as a motion before this magnificent assembly. A motion to approve the following resolution. Whereas the New York State Common Core initiative, implementation, and testing regimen hurts children. And whereas we believe that our children are a light, a beacon, and that this light is in serious jeopardy of being extinguished by this abusive initiative. Now, therefore, be it resolved. We call upon the governor, the regents, the commissioner of education, and the state legislature to call a halt to it immediately and have it examined by educators. If it is capable of being fixed, fix it. If it is not, then throw it out, scrap it, stop it, fix it, or scrap it. Do I have a second for that motion? Is there any discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Tuesday.
Hearing none, the motion carries. Let's